I've been looking for a way out.
Here's a quick look at the GW security system. Right here's the DVR, right here is the power over Ethernet switch. All the cameras come in via the Cat 5e cables. I terminated the ends. I have the port 1 here as the network cable, and if you can see the uplink cable there on the switch goes to the DVR, which then connects everything to the network. What we have here is the console. As of right now, I have 4 cameras. Data inquiry is to look up your schedule and see what recordings you want to navigate to. You have your backup to do a backup via USB or an additional hard drive, and you can also choose all cameras or individual cameras you want to back up. You have recorded, which pretty self-explanatory, manual or schedule. Everything's on a schedule for 24/7. Alarm, you have motion. You can select an area depending on what you want to go and trigger an alarm. IPC management, you can go straight here. This is where the cameras pop up when you don't have them installed, and right here is where they are when they are installed. Highly suggest that when you go into edit and you change the username and password for authenticating on those cameras. If you leave it to the default, anyone can log in. Settings management, you have general, time, output, and network. Depends on what you want. You can do anything as far as set it up, statically assign an IP address, or change the output of the cameras to lower resolution or higher resolution. System information is pretty straightforward, and system maintenance, you can do firmware updates and you can do account settings for software. There's Smart View. Technically, I don't use it yet. Everything is local, and I have an app that I use that comes with the cameras. But besides that, account usage, you can create an account for someone to log in, and quick settings is pretty much a wizard to get you set everything up. This 3TB model has probably about 16 days with all the cameras running at a high resolution recording, which is plenty. I probably will expand the storage, but for the most part it works out pretty good. As you can see, there's a motion sensor because one of the cameras is going off. Just means that someone's probably walking around. There's people outside, and that's it. So what I'm going to do now is go over some stuff with the online console. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show the actual web interface that you can go to any computer and go into their web browser, navigate to the IP address of your DVR, and you'll have access to exactly everything that you saw originally on the local console. If I can type my password in right, and it would work. So in this console, you can actually go and configure everything that I was showing you before remotely. Not even have to touch the console. The console that I have locally, the DVR, is actually sitting inside a closet on top of everything. I mean, you would never know it's in there because, ideally, if something were to happen and someone's trying to get rid of your security system, it's hidden. I can access it with any computer at the same speed that if I was there locally, because it's right over the network. There is a little bit of latency, but it's pretty much if I was sitting right there at that local console itself. I have access to all the cameras. I have access to, if I decide to add a pan and tilt camera, I can control the pan and tilt with that camera with the user interface here on the right. I can do presets. I can do configurations where, let's say at a certain time, I want that pan and tilt camera to go and rotate from 80 degrees to 90 degrees and pretty much do an automatic panning of an area. This unit can do it. I don't have that set up. Those cameras are pretty pricey for what we were trying to accomplish. Basically, you can do playback and downloads of the actual files that you record. If you navigate to where your time frame, you can go right here to the right and pretty much hit download. Once you hit download, you'll be able to go. You have the date range here. Each blue tab means that you have recordings at those date ranges. Find a spot. You can find every recording is broken up into multiple files. Every file has a certain size. They're not huge. You're not downloading 7 gig files. So it's broken up between time frames. So you have at this date from 1307 to 1310. If you know you need to have a custom time, you can actually go put in the custom time and just download that small portion. You're not pulling the entire hard drive out, and it'll download it into a file so that you can view, which is a great little feature. I find it very difficult to find a DVR system that it makes it actually easy to pull the file out. I saw another unit that I was looking at before. I mean, it was next to impossible. The playback was okay, but the actual user interface and actually pulling the file when you need to view it was a headache. This, I pretty much just do the start time and end time, and I will download that file from that time. I don't need the full day. I don't want to sift through the full day. I just know, okay, during playback from 10 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock, I saw something go on. I want that time frame. I put that in, download, done. The file goes right into the browser, just like if you were downloading something from online. So it's a really great little feature. And I think honestly that's the most important part, because it's recording, and when you do need it, it should be very simple and easy to have access to. So the same thing applies for every camera. You can do the same thing, sort by day, download. And that's it, and it's pretty straightforward once you set everything up. So this is what you get. This is one of 8 cameras within the package. They come in this box, GWCC color camera. Box doesn't really come with much besides a bag of mounting screws, the big Allen key to open up for adjustments, and the small one to remove the mounting plate. It has computer software. I don't use it. The web interface on the DVR works plenty. User guides and some manuals. These cameras are really just plug and play. It has a separate power for the camera if you choose not to do a power over Ethernet option. I think it's kind of silly if you're getting something that's capable of using just one wire, but you do have that option of a 12 volt additional power source. Now these are all weather cameras, so it is completely sealed by a rubber gasket that goes around on the top base. This screw here at the bottom takes the bottom mounting plate off, so you can mount the mounting plate on whatever surface you're going on, and then slide the top plate where the camera is. Now I highly suggest the way I set it up. I did silicone seal on the outside where the base meets the mounting of the wall that it was sitting on. Naturally it's going to be sitting in all the weather, all 4 seasons, year in and year out, saying that they last long. These rubber seals don't last forever. So what I did, I took a little silicone and I wiped it all around the edge, just a thin film that covers the rubber itself, to give it that extra chance to not dry rot over the time of being in the sun and all the weathering elements. So it's definitely I definitely recommend you guys do that if you do get it. The infrared on this is great. I think it's estimated up to 88 feet. I mean, it does the job as far as lighting up what the camera can see at night, and that's in pretty much complete darkness. The infrared sensor, daytime light sensor, is that green little thing right here. Pretty responsive. I haven't had any issues with it. The lens on this is great. I'm going to put up some sample footage of daytime that this was recording, and so you can get a feel of the field of view that you get out of it, and the clarity, which is a big something that I didn't see in other cameras. Was the clarity. What's the point if you're recording something you can't even make out who or what is going on in the video? So I will go over and attach a sample footage to this, so you guys can take a look at it.